Now, from Western North Carolina's news leader, this is News 13 at 11.
Trying to cope with a bombardment of bad news from COVID-19 out of control to an ugly election and political landscape and an even uglier scene on Wednesday in Washington. News 13's Caitlin Penter talked with a local psychologist who says current events are having an impact on all of us.
Dr. Dara Bushman says she's seeing a rise in anxiety and depression as people not only deal with the pandemic, but also the recent political instability.
Since Wednesday, we as a country have replayed what happened at the U.S. Capitol over and over.
I think people are very stressed and they're very scared, feeling very vulnerable.
With social media, people have been able to constantly refresh their feeds for the latest updates. On TV, cable outlets report the fallout from the Capitol insurrection 24/7, the violent event becoming something of a boiling point after months of election drama to baseless claims of voter fraud to ratifying the electoral votes. And it's all happening as the pandemic surges.
I've heard from a lot of patients that are increasing depression. They're scared to leave their house, not only because of the pandemic, but also because of the implications that it means for people and the way that people are acting out violently.
Asheville psychologist Dr. Dara Bushman adds that this is not just affecting adults. The mom of two says that kids know what's going on.
Because they're still on virtual learning. So they're hearing a lot of adult conversation. Not that they wouldn't be under different circumstances, but we're all continuing to digest this and take this in together.
Bushman says kids are scared too.
I think it's very, very important to reach out to your kids, ask them what they're experiencing, ask them how they're feeling about it, and talk to them at a way that they can understand.
Bushman recommends everyone getting away from screens and reaching out to one another.
There's nobody that's not being affected by the current state of affairs. It's very important to share what your process and what you are feeling, because that connection, that vulnerability creates connection.
If you or someone you know is struggling, we've put the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline up on your screen. That number is 1-800-273-8255.
Dr. Bushman says that kids actually mirror what their parents do, so just another reason to check in on them right now. In Asheville, Caitlin Penter, News 13.